Hello everyone, welcome to Talking Over Tea. Today, Amelia and I are going to be showing you some of the things that we bought in the past few months. Most of them are from thrift stores, but there are a few books that we bought at a full-price bookstore. In no particular order, I'm going to start with The Warden by Anthony Trollope. I first heard about Anthony Trollope by watching the miniseries Dr. Thorne, and The Warden is one of the books that comes before Dr. Thorne, so I thought it was a good book and I was glad to find it at the thrift store.
The first book I'm going to talk about is The BFG by Roald Dahl. I actually have not read this book yet, so that's the main reason why I got it. I've read a lot of Roald Dahl books, and I hope to read all of them sometime, so I decided it would be best to just get it because I've never read one of his books that I haven't liked, so I decided it wouldn't be a big risk to buy this one, and hopefully I will read it pretty soon.
The next book is When Did You See Her Last by Lemony Snicket. It is the second in the All the Wrong Questions series, and it's one of Amelia's favorite series, but one thing I really like about this, it has purple octopi end covers, which I think are really cute.
I really like this series, but you probably didn't like it as much.
I like the series of Unfortunate Events books a little better than this one, but
I liked these better just because they were a little different. They were in a more interesting setting. Yeah, I like a series of Unfortunate Events, but I especially liked that series. The next book I'll talk about is Independence Hall by Roland Smith. My friend told me about this book and I got it from the library and I thought it was pretty good. So I found this one and I decided that I would just get it in case I ever wanted to get the rest of the series, and I would get it for a lot cheaper if that was one I was ever looking for.
The next book is God's Smuggler by Brother Andrew, and I learned about him in history class. I haven't read this book yet, but I just found it at the thrift store, and I knew it was a good book, so I decided to get it, and hopefully we'll be reading it pretty soon, and I'm really excited to learn about Brother Andrew.
Hey Maddie, turn the light on. Another book I got was German poetry from 1750 to 1900. As we've talked about, we are in German, and I thought it would be very interesting to read German poetry because I've never really read much of that before. This edition has both English and German in it, so the same poem 2 times with the different languages, so I thought that would be helpful in learning some words I don't know. I've read through quite a few of them so far, and it's just kind of fun to read because I like poetry already, so German poetry is especially interesting.
Here is On the Banks of Plum Creek by Laura Ingalls Wilder, and I really like the full color collector's edition ones because they have full color pictures. They are a little hard to read just because I don't want to crack the spine, but I really like the full color picture ones.
The next book I have is The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket, but this one is a rare edition. Oh, I forgot
You gotta get all the other stuff!
It also came with a picture here, and it came in this box. So I decided it was definitely a good deal for just a couple dollars. Get this since it is a rare edition. It has some like author notes in the back. It also looks pretty cool with all of the eyes on it. I will probably never be able to get all of the other rare edition ones, but I thought it was definitely a good deal, and it's a pretty cool book to have.
Next I have Matilda by Roald Dahl, and I read this a very long time ago. And I, just like Amelia said, I've never read anything that I didn't like by Roald Dahl, and I kind of want all of them, so I bought this one.
The next book is Talks About Beethoven Symphonies by Theodore Thomas and Frederick Stock. Before I got this, I had listened to a lot of Beethoven, so I thought it would be a pretty cool book to have, and it actually came in really handy when I did a project about Beethoven, so I was definitely glad I got it then. It has like a little chart talking about each symphony and like what pattern it follows. So I didn't get to read through all of it when I did my project, but I hope to read through the rest someday.
The next book is The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis. It's another full color collector's edition, and again I just really like the full color pictures. I just think they're really cool. It makes reading the book a little more interesting to me.
I think these editions are just like the other ones that aren't full color. They're like, they have the exact same pictures. They're just kind of hard to open them, and that's why I don't really like reading them, but I do think they're cool to have. My next book is Under the Lilacs by Louisa May Alcott. I don't really know anything about this book, but I found it at a library sale, so I decided I would get it, especially because these editions are just really cute with their little drawings. It's also illustrated. I heard that this book wasn't the most amazing book by Louisa May Alcott, but I hope to read it someday.
The next book is Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl. I hadn't read it before I bought it, but I have now, and it's just a cute little kid's story. It's really short, and I'm glad that I bought it.
I next have a pair of books. It's a thesaurus and dictionary. They're also got pretty gold side and covers. So I thought it would be nice to have to just take places if I ever needed to, because they're so small. Yeah, I use both dictionary and thesaurus a lot. I do it more on the computer now. But I thought it would be nice to have my own set.
The next book is The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky, or however you pronounce it. I don't really know what this book is about, but my dad has read it and he really liked it, so that was one of the main reasons for getting it, and also it was a very cool copy. But I will be reading this sometime. It may take me a long time.
My next book is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I have read this before, but I decided to get a new copy because mine wasn't very good, and this one was very pretty, gold. I don't remember liking this book that much. It's been a few years, but I'm sure I'll try it again someday, so I decided I would have a nice copy to read when I did that.
My next book is The Unauthorized Autobiography by Lemony. It is like an add-on book to a series of unfortunate events, and it kind of explained stuff that didn't get explained in a series of unfortunate events. This is Crime and Punishment by Theodore Dostoevsky. And I thought this was really pretty. That's kind of the main reason I got it, because I don't really know what it's about. But eventually I will read this one too. This is Measure for Measure by William Shakespeare, and I had never heard of this play, but as I've said before, I really like the Folger Shakespeare library, so I thought I'd get it and then eventually read it. Next, I have Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. I also haven't read this one, but it is a classic that I've been wanting to read, and I'm glad that I own it. It's also a very pretty copy. Next, I have Hard Times by Charles Dickens. This is Amelia's least favorite Charles Dickens book.
I didn't dislike it, but it was a little hard to get through.
Charles Dickens is one of my favorite authors, so I'm looking forward to reading it, even though Amelia didn't really like it. Next is Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder, and it was published in 1953, and I just thought it was really cute. It had little deer and trees on it, and it has drawings, and I really liked this. Next is Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, and this is the same set that Amelia bought her Under the Lilacs book in, and I also think it is very cute, so I was excited to find this one. Next is Les Miserables, I don't know how to pronounce it, but by Victor Hugo, and this is going to take me a very long time to read, but I do want to eventually read it, but it's so heavy.
The next books we're going to talk about are ones we bought from Barnes & Noble. We each had gift cards there, so we got each 2 books that we're going to talk about. So my first one is The Mysterious Benedict and The Riddle of Ages. I was very unsure what to get, but when I saw this book, I decided to just go ahead and get this, because I forgot there was another book in the Mysterious Benedict Societies that came out last year, after a very long time. So I haven't read it yet, but I decided it was definitely one I wanted to add to my series, even if I didn't like it that much.
So I got A Winter's Promise, which is just a book that I really like. We each bought a classic book and a newer released book, so this was mine.
My classic book was Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. I really liked this copy. I wanted to get the A Tale of Two Cities book, but it just didn't look as good as this one, so I decided to get this one. This was my first Charles Dickens book, and I really liked it. I enjoyed A Tale of Two Cities more, but this one was just really pretty, and I was excited to own a nicer copy of this one.
The classic that I bought is Persuasion by Jane Austen. As I said in our last post, I believe this to be my favorite Jane Austen book, but I am going to be rereading it soon. This is like my favorite book that I own, at least cover-wise. I think it's just beautiful, and I love it, and I'm so excited to read it.
We also got a bookmark.
Wait,
each.
Where's mine?
There it is. We also each got a bookmark there. I got this bookmark. It's the Bible verse of 1 Chronicles 22:13. It says, "Be strong and courageous, do not be afraid or discouraged." I thought it was very pretty, and I almost got the one that Maddie got, or at least one like that. But when I saw this one, I decided this one topped that. It also got a nice tassel.
I got a Harry Potter bookmark. It has Dumbledore on it, and it says, "Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy." I liked that quote, and I thought it was really cute. A little Dumbledore and a little Hogwarts crest, and it also has a tassel too.
Some other things that I got were these stickers, these Disney Tsum stickers. I don't really know what they are, but I thought they were really cute. So I decided I would get them. They're just a lot of little Disney characters that are like cartoon style. And yeah, I also got these stickers, which were a little bit of a tragedy because
they're really pretty butterflies.
Yeah, but I guess they're really old. I didn't really look at them when I got them because I would have had to take them out of the packaging. But so as you can see on this one, the gold is like not connected to the sticker anymore. So I might put some like tape over them and see if I can still use them. So yeah. I also got 3 CDs. I got Prince Caspian. I thought it would be nice to own some more soundtracks. I also got a special edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone soundtrack as well. I don't really know what's special about it, but I need to listen to it and find out. I also got a Switchfoot album, The Beautiful Letdown. I just get the ones that I ever find, even if it's not my favorite one. I also got this strawberry teapot that I thought was very cute. And I like to use it to water my succulent, but I also want to use it for tea one day. So yeah, it was just very cute, and I really like it. The next thing we wanted to show you was this typewriter that we got. It is an electric typewriter from 1970, Smith Corona Coronet Super 12. We were very excited to get it. We got it at the thrift store for like $25, I think. Like 10 of the keys were broken, but we were actually able to fix them. We thought we would demonstrate for you. We're still getting used to using it. As you can see, it's blue ink. So yes, we are very excited to have this. Yeah, so that was all the things we bought lately, kind of. It wasn't all of them, but it was a lot of the things we bought. And yeah, a lot of books. We hope you enjoyed watching this. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye! Whoa! And how did you hear about this? That's like I'm interviewing you.
I know! I don't know how to talk to each other.
First book, I'm gonna. Don't put that in. Nietzsche.
Raoul? For him.
That's going in.
Theodore
Dostoevsky.
Okay, look it up.
Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky. Okay,
wait, I
don't
say that.
Fyodor Dostoevsky.
By Fyodor Dostoevsky.
There's more. But wait.
Persuasion by Jane Eyre. Persuasion by Jane Eyre.
Jane Austen. Why do you have problems with that book?